This here is the HiBrew H13. If you don't know HiBrew, it is a bit of a smaller espresso brand, and they are from China, so they ship over most products. They have some European warehouses. So far, I am quite impressed with this. So this video will go into detail on the H13, how good it is, if I like it, and if I would recommend it for your next coffee machine. So first of all, I'm still a bit of a beginner with piston machines. I'm definitely no expert on coffee. I just really like coffee and I like the process of making espressos. So this is the setup I have right now. And I think value-wise, this is probably one of the most high-value setups if you want a high-quality cup of coffee. Of course, there are setups under 100 euros. I did try out one of them previously, so if you want to see a video of that, definitely let me know in the comments by dropping cheap coffee. But overall, this is my next upgrade and the one which I'm probably gonna stick for quite some years. So this is the HiBrew H13. It's their latest machine, and so far it has been quite great. It has a 58mm brew head, so that's good. It is also a heated brew head, so that's great for the coffee temperature stability. It has a separate hot water valve, which is, for me, perfect. It has a good steam wand and honestly not that much to complain. So let's dive right into the specifics, and we start off with the build quality. As you can see, I got the white version. It is about $30 more expensive than the aluminium version. Is this worth it? That really depends. I just personally liked the color of this a lot more. I was very afraid that it would stain, but luckily so far it has been quite good. I did, of course, spill quite some coffee, dealt with some spraying with the bottomless portafilter, and there also have been some pasta stains on here, but they all just wiped off, so the materials on it are quite good. So that's something which I'm a bit relieved about, because I would be afraid that it would get very, very dirty. Other than this, pretty much all of the build is made from aluminium. The only things plastic are the reservoir and the grip tray. And of the handle itself is plastic, but the rest is all metal. It is nice. Currently it is a bit slippery since it is a bit wet here since I cleaned everything. But there are some suction cups underneath the machine, so that makes sure you can't just easily lift off the machine, and it is a lot more sturdy than if it wasn't there. So you can't really knock over the machine. Of course, it can slide around a little bit. For the size, makes this machine feel a lot sturdier. Since it doesn't go all over the place, it's just there, sturdy. You're not gonna have any issues with slipping or anything. So let's go over what you get in the box. You see some more stuff here since I upgraded my setup already. But out of the box you get a 58mm full metal portafilter. And it comes with 3 baskets. First of all, you got the regular dual shot filter basket. You have a single shot basket. And also a pressurized basket for older coffee or some cheaper coffee. That's quite nice. You also get the 3-hole steam wands in the box, and I replaced it from the single-hole steam. You get a tamper, which is really nice. It is quite high quality. It has a small milk can for steaming up your milk, so it's great that this comes included, so you don't have to spend more to buy this as well. And here's what I used to upgrade my setup. First of all, I got a bottomless portafilter. It is from Niuza, if I pronounced it correctly. It is great to see how the shot is coming out, and it's just really satisfying and honestly really fun to play around with. So that's the first upgrade. That's also where this anti-slip plate is coming from. I got some puck screens from Notsec. Not sure about that one, but it is really nice to use. I got a very cheap WD-T tool, and this has been great and probably should be in anyone's setup. I got a steel quaid cheap scale. I do want to upgrade this to a proper coffee scale, but currently this is one accurate. It says up to 1 gram, but I think it's like probably accurate up to 200 milligrams. So it's not that great for coffee, but it gets the job done for now. And I got some freshly roasted medium roast beans. And that's the thing I noticed a lot. The quality in beans really matter with how your shot comes out. And that's something I had to get used to since I came from a pressurized basket. But the coffee bean quality really helps with getting better shots. So it does have some quite unique features. Of course, it has quite basic features like the pressure gauge, the brew head. The brew head is heated, as I said before, which is a great addition. But for me, probably the most important feature of this machine, which for me was the one that convinced me instantly, was a separate hot water spout. For me, this has been great. As you can see, my kitchen isn't too big. It has barely enough place for the sink, coffee setup, and my cooking plates. And not having to have a separate water cooker is really nice. So I just turn it on, put it up to temperature, put a glass under here, and with one press of the button, it starts to dispense hot water. And to me this has been a big space saver and also a little bit of a time saver. I don't have to get stuff out of the closet in order to brew tea, for example. I just put my cup under it and brew tea via here. I did hear some people who are worried about it tasting like plastic. Luckily that's not the case. The water is just fine, it's just hot water. So there's no plastic aftertaste or anything. So for me that again is the killer feature that really convinced me to get this machine over, for example, the H10B of HiBrew as well. Now most importantly is the quality of the espressos that come out of this machine. And so far I am very happy with it. I did get some good shots out of this. I got the Barista Encore ESP as my grinder. I got some freshly roasted coffee beans right here. These are medium roast. And I got a nice setup altogether to make good espressos. I do notice the pressure buildup is relatively slow for me and it goes quite high, but the shots that come out do look and taste really good. So I saw someone online wondering how accurate the pressure gauge is, and personally I'm not too sure. I will check this with HiBrew and put the text on screen, because it easily goes to like 14 bars while it should deliver between 9 and 12. So I'm not too sure about the accuracy there, but the shots that come out are really good. So if we just ignore this and look at how the shots come out, it does taste great. There's good texture. And also if you steam your milk, it's also gonna have really good texture. Talking about steaming, the steam wand is very flexible, which is good. You can change it between a single hole steam wand and a triple hole steam wand. So that's great to change them. You can change the temperature, just like you can change the temperature of the coffee coming out and also the infusion time. You can of course also do manual pre-infusion by just pressing the button and then pressing it again to stop the water flow. But overall, the quality of the steam wand is also very nice. It can go up to 150 degrees, I think, and it has some nice pressure behind it. I personally use about 18 grams in the dual shot baskets, and the single shot basket for me holds around 10 or 11 grams, but personally most shots have been pulled with a dual shot basket and 18 grams. So keep that in mind, that's the settings I'm going for. Also, I have not used the pressurized basket too much, so that's also something to keep in mind. So overall the quality has been great. There's one mystery and I still don't know how it came to be. Out of the 3-hole steam wand, suddenly one day when flushing out the wand came an O-ring. And no one knows where it came from. I asked support from HiBrew. They also weren't fully sure. And they said, oh, we'll send you a replacement. Then I received the single hole steam wand and I still had to pay import fees on that. That was a bit shitty. Luckily they did say they pay me back, so fingers crossed that will actually happen. But an O-ring came out. I don't know where it's from. It is still on the edge of the steam wand. It is still there. You can just twist it out. But it hasn't changed anything. It still works great, no issues there. So no one really knows what that means. That's still a mystery. I haven't had any issues, so hopefully it's just a one-time thing that just suddenly spawned there. And I think one of the last things is to make a coffee, show you how it works, show you how it's, well, tell you how it tastes. If you have any thoughts or questions, definitely let me know in the comments below. I would love to test out some things. I personally haven't tried out all of the features, mainly just espressos, americanos and the hot water. But as you can see on the top, I completely forgot to mention this. We also have a touchscreen. You can go into settings, you can change the temperature, the pre-infusion time, you can clean it, pour hot water, black coffee, cold brew. I think this cold brew is meant to be poured over ice, since I just got it into an espresso shot expecting cold extracted coffee, but it still was warm. That was for me a learning moment. You can make americano, double espresso, single espresso, and of course you can change the steaming pressure, but overall the steam wand is always on. So let's enjoy coffee together, and I hope I can see you in the next video.